Good morning, dear student. I am Neeraj Sharma, TGT SST, KV Pasighat. In the crucial time of pandemic, I hope you all are safe and healthy. Stay home and be safe. We are unable to meet classroom setup, so we have decided to take up video classes for you. Welcome. We start Geography Chapter 1, Resources and Development. First, now understand what is resources. So simple definition of resources: anything that can be used to satisfy a need is a resource. Anything that can be used to satisfy a need is a resources. Example: the water you drink, the electricity you use, the mobile phone you use, etc. All are resources. They all have a utility. And second term, utility or usability is what make an object of substance a resources. All resources have a value. Value means worth. Metal may have a economic value, fruits have a nutritional value, and a beautiful landscape has a natural value. All are important to satisfy various human needs. Interdependent relationship between nature, technology, and institution. Human beings interact with nature through technology and create institution to acceleration their economic development. Do start with human beings kind of introduction. Three factor: institution, technology, and physical environment, nature. Now when we classify resources, classification of resources divided into two types: natural and human. Natural divided into types: renewable and non-renewable. Human divided into types: quantity and quality. In terms, a human resources simply on quality and quantity, structure and the institution that is useful. How are the under nature resources? We talk about the resources which can be used one generation to another, which called renewable resources. And the other hand, non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources further we classify recycling and reusing again and again, and renewable resources as the continuous resources, for example water, wind, rainfall. This was the first basic classification of resources. I hope you will be easily understand the basic classification of resources. And now understand the different classification of resources. The first classification talk about the origin, so such either biotic and abiotic. Biotic means living things such as plants, animal, bacteria, fungus, protist. Yes, and abiotic means non-living things such as water, soil, air, minerals, and light. And now second, it is based on accessibility, renewable and non-renewable resources. Renewable and non-renewable resources, as we have already seen before this classification. So look at this picture: renewable and resources. Now based in ownership, it can be individual, plantation and pasture resources. it can be community whereas grazing ground and local people of community, and there it can be national ownership and the national roads, railways, canal, and finally international ownership in case of India and other country cost of boundary of economical zone. Finally, based on status ownership and finally based off on a status of development. The resources are potential, that means found at a given plant, but they are not utilized completely. For example, Rajasthan and Gujarat, wind power in Gujarat and solar power in Rajasthan, but that is potential and not be utilized. Then you have the developed resources, which we know are, and we adjust it technology and feasibility, we are using those resources. And next is stock means there is no technology to harness such as a resources. They exist in the nature but do not have a given set of technology. For example, hydrogen available and around us, but will do not leave technology. They use in stock and reserve resources are important, and the difference between the four use further importance. So these are the four basic criteria resources and development. The first based of origin, and the second based on accessibility, and third based on ownership, and fourth based on development. So I hope you easily understand this classification of resources and this picture on the basis of development. Now, what are the given set of problem face of resource development? The first of depletion of the resources. So non-renewable resources, they are getting depleted. The first at place, they are accumulation and resources. So if there are too many resources accumulate create problem in development, we need to have kind defined boundaries for development process, and you are kind of indiscriminate exploitation of resources. That means they use as the much higher extent should be. What are the remedial measure of the first is using resources first as using resources the equitable distribution resources. Then you have sustainable distribution, that means using giving set of resources such a metal still available for the future generation. So using the resources, use and resources, sustainable development for future generation. Some of the remedial resources used for resource mobilization. Now in India, if we see into the historical background, you see that the colonial exploitation only on the resources. This reason as the result first plantation agriculture that is started. All the region which were resources reach well endowed the resources head of kind of colonial exploitation which higher compare to other areas. And now we starting from the various resource planning in India. The most important is identify the resources are creating and inventorying for these evolving the structure with good technology. So use the resources. Then we most important thing. Then we most important things is matching the resources. The development should be definite development if there is a certain set of resources development. So matching the resources and development is another important ask by a resources planning settle in India. Now when it comes in conserve in India a resources, then the various things in set up to have been take 1968 club of Rome area work the around resource conservation, and 1974 इसको मचर ए बुक स्मॉल इज ब्यूटीफुल. 1974 ए बुक स्मॉल इज ब्यूटीफुल. 1987 ब्रंटलैंड कमीशन रिपोर्ट they gave sustainable development or sustainable development as our common feature. These are some of the important works done for resources conservation. Now the first resources is the land resources. The land resources is one of the basic resources. We have nearly this fourth of the water and 1/4 of the land area. Look at the global means. यानी 43% plain area and 30% mountains and 27% plateau. If look on the global terms and the plains you have and agriculture production, plateaus are have minerals and fossils. The total land area our India has only 93% is known as rest in Assam and POK, Pak occupied Kashmir. Net sown area is highest is the Punjab and Haryana 80%, and the lowest in Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram and Manipur is the northeastern part of India. As per the National Forest Policy 1952, the 33% of the total land area should be covered forest. However, the working achieve these goals, there are various kind land uses that exist. The most important things is some of the land is vast and such as the rocky and arid, such as the rocky and arid and desert lands, and the 95% basic need from land. The most important things is some of the land is wasteland such as rocky and desert area and mountain not suitable for cultivation. Besides, you have other area water eroded area and degraded, and forest, and finally area is land eroded by wind. And if you talk about land utilization, we can divide the land and classify the land under various heading. Next, land utilization. The first of some of the land can be forest, So you have the forest first classification, and next is large, which is not available land for cultivation. Land for cultivation include either the barren land and wasteland, or the land that is used for non-agriculture, like as that is used for agriculture, like as building railways, roadways, canal. So west all the wasteland and non-agriculture lands, and the land not available for cultivation, that is as per the name of given, this land is not used the cultivation, and other uncultivated land which exclude the fallow land. The permanent pasture in which the permanent pasture in which are the grazing area, then you have land and tree crops, which does not include the net zone area. And finally the culturable west and left unculturable more than year constability. So you have 5 agriculture year under which that land not be used agriculture purpose. We call such a land culturable wasteland, and finally you have fallow land. Fallow land means fallow land are kept open more than 1 year, so call those a current fallow. Other than current fallow are those which as uncultivated, one of 1 to 5 year. Uncultivated 1 to 5 year agriculture. Finally, we already understand the different between the gross cropped area and net sown area. You have the net sown area. These are various land classification that we understand. Now in 1960 to 1961, there was the following categories given for land uses. However, 2002 and 2003, the categories change. So under 60 is categories forest, barren and wasteland, and area under non-agriculture use and the permanent pasture and grazing land. Finally, area under that cover tree cover and groves. Under 2002 and 2003, we have cultivable wasteland, fallow land and other than current fallow land, and the current fallow land as the net sown area. There was a change in classification of land with the harms. The across India, and next topic is discussed in next video. Thank you.